Hello and welcome back to Factorio Fixit. My name's Root and let's get cracking. We're here today again with Nosuchuser making our factory, and we're actually trying to get processing modules on the way because that's kind of the next step that we need. Now, at the end of the last episode, I discovered that we needed a whole bunch of things put into the logistics network to start to get us on the way. Now we've got everything we need. We should be able to start just stamping these down like crazy. Now we've got productivity modules. We've got all of that. Now what we're going to need is, I reckon, some sort of so shotgun shooting speed and shotgun shell damage. Now notice that there is no shotgun at this stage, so we need to build a shotgun somewhere along the line. Now what are we missing? Okay, so we're still missing boxes. That's okay, we can fix that. Oops, not that one. Because we'll build the boxes here. So we're going to build smart chests. Well, actually we're going to build steel chests, smart chests, and then we're going to stamp down another factory here, and that will make our other ones. What do we got? Yeah, that's missing stuff. Wonderful. What's this missing? Okay. Work when there's less than 50. Okay. That's going to start working now. That's good. Right, so what's this missing? It's missing boxes still. So we'll put down the boxes. And we will queue up red boxes and blue boxes. Now, this is going to need smart chests by, say, 10. And red circuits by, say, 20. Right, so that's that. Now this is just going to need steel, so we'll queue up the steel by 100 or 50. That's fine. And this is going to need steel chests. Going to make steel chests and by 10. And green circuits by, say, 20. Okay. Now this we want to run pretty lean. Work when there's less than 5. That's fine. Now this we want to run lean as well, but a little bit fatter. So we'll work when there's 10. Now what are we missing? Power poles. Okay. Let's get the power poles sorted. Right. Stamp that there and that there. Okay. Missing things. Yes, of course it's missing things. Ah dear. What's this waiting for? Oh, of course. Less than 10. And this is going to be blue, less than 10. So now I've set up these things to work. That'll go ahead and stamp them down when we get enough of them. Now, what else? Right, so let's request in the copper. Here it is. There's our shotgun shell damage. Copper by 100. And our steel by 100. Rightio. We'll set up the logistics condition. Once you set these up, you don't really have to come back to them again. So it looks like a lot of clicking and a lot of work, but it's just the best way of going. There we go, done. Now we've got that in the system. So we should so that should all be done now. So the next time we stamp down a factory, we should be cool. I'm going to come up here and start placing down another row. You see, our factories are going to get overwhelmed quite quickly, so we'll come down here and just check. Yeah, that's okay. What's this waiting for? Iron gear wheels. Apparently we have no gear wheels. That's not ideal. let's go find the gear wheel factory and make sure that it is actually being put into the system, which I reckon is probably unlikely. There's a gear wheel, there's another gear wheel factory. Just see, yep, looks like we're standing, oh, we're just inside, wonderful. So we'll just do this and this, and we want it to work when there's less than 500. Oops. Okay, there we go, done. Right here. Now we'll just speed that up as well, because that's relying on a single slow inserter. Grab another one as well. Okay, there we go. That's going to keep it going flat out, which is good. Now, when you're designing your factories, you should really have logistics robots in the back of your mind. Be thinking, okay, I am going to need these eventually. So, you know, build things with that in mind. So, have as many boxes around the place as you can, in between key parts of the factory. So, for example, with like your main green factories, try and put a box in between each step. So in here, for example, you see we've got direct insertion, that's fine. But a better idea is actually have the factory, have the inserter, have a box, and then another inserter into the factory. That way you can just switch that box over to be a passive provider, and you know, Bob's your uncle, Freddy's your aunt. You're away to the races. And you don't have to do what I'm doing right now and try and retrofit the factory to work with robots, because it does cause a bit of grief. Lots of these things I'm keen not to touch, because God knows what I'm going to break if I touch them. So we've got our two factories up now, so we can start building the productivity and the speed modules. Okay, now they take red and green circuits, so we're just going to go green circuits by, say, 50 or 20. 20 should be fine, and red circuits by 20. Okay, and now we can just copy and paste. See that? So shift right click will copy, shift left click will paste. Now we need to set up our inserters. So we want to say, right, when there's less than, we'll just go on demand, because I'm planning for this to be quite quick. You see that these do take a fair bit of time, so we'll probably place down another one of this setup to do it, and then we're going to place down another 1, 2 and 3. So we'll shift and copy across. Once you got it set up the once, you can see how quick it is to just copy and paste and get it going. Whoa, that's not what I want. I want them. Okay, just like that, and we're going to change this to be this. Okay. Now you'll notice that quite quickly we'll end up with a situation where everything is, well, basically all will fall in a hole. Our red circuits aren't going to keep up. So the next idea is probably to go fix that before we get too excited. Now it's not that we don't have enough raw capacity, because look, we've got all these factories just standing around doing nothing. So let's see if we can come in and utilize them. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of shit going on in here. Okay, I see what that's doing. Right. Tough question. How to do this? Just like that. You can see all this stuff is waiting for plastic, which is not ideal. Because each thing's going to take 2 plastic bars. So we're really struggling for petroleum right now. So you see, I'm just chasing these problems through the system. It looks like we don't have any cracking down to... We do have some cracking, but not much. I think this problem might be beyond me. Beyond the amount of time I have to fix it anyway. Right. Here is... Right, okay. So I can do this here, like this, because I can remove that and then put it onto an underground belt. That gives me the space to now put a box down. Of course it would be outside the logistics network. Oh dear God. Oh dearie me. And hence we see the problem with super compact layouts. Oh, that'd be right. When it comes time to change things, very, very difficult. Anyway, so we want it to work when there is less than 100 in the network. So this will make stuff now, because look at that, we've got 2,000 just sitting there. So that's wonderful. I'll just change this into an iron chest. Hopefully that'll... Well, look at this, we've just got a whole buttload just sitting out here. So what we're actually going to do is change this into a passive provider, because now the logistics robots can come and pick that up. And what we're going to do is run over here. So there's our shell damage. Shotgun shooting speed, wonderful. Oh, look at this as well. What's this? Oh my God. So the plastic situation isn't as dire as I thought it was. I wonder what's putting it in there. Crikey. It's absolute spaghetti. Let's just see what happens when I put this in here. Okay. It's coming onto there and onto this. That is very, very hard. I don't know how we're going to overcome that little problem. Actually, that's fine, because all that's doing is running out of these factories and down into a passive provider, past the science, which I'm okay with. With science, we do need to keep running. You notice that I've broken this loop-de-loop thing. That was deliberate, just by the way. So these we could probably pick up. Actually, if I was smart, I'd be doing it this way, so I don't have to carry it around. Okay. Pick all this up because it's no longer needed. Okay. That's that done. Now, what we need to do is just break this entire thing right here. We can pick all this up now. It looks really pretty, but ultimately it's not worth anything. There are better ways of doing things. Okay, we'll just make sure these are all packed back onto the belt. Now we can pick all this up. That's good. Okay, so that's fine. That's all good. Just dump all of these in there. So we're not going to need them. And this we're just going to get rid of. Okay, so you can see that blue science pack's a bit of an issue. Okay, nice. I like how this is all going. Seems like we're fixing problems. What I'll do is I'll just pick up another 100 stack and throw it in there, just to make sure that keeps running, because we're relying on it at this stage. Relying on it, I tell you. Okay. Right, so now we need to introduce some draw on these modules. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place down one of each. Notice how all of this sets off when I place that down. Very, very nice. So basically we don't have resources just sitting in these boxes tied up, or not to an excessive stage anyway. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have the blue level 2s by 2 and the pink level 2s by 2. Now they're going to require the red circuit, the blue circuit, and the level 1 blues. I'll just copy and paste this across and then change that to the level 1 pink. I'll pick that up. So that's that. Too easy. So we're going to have 20 of them, 20 of these, and 20 of these. Done. 20, 20, and 20. Right. Now again, we're going to go pretty tight on these. We're just going to go work when there's less than 1. Shift and copy. Shift and copy. We're going to go purple level 2s. Shift and copy. There we go. Done. Now, I reckon there are no processing units anywhere in this little factory of ours. Here's the sulfuric acid. We've got an absolute shit ton sitting in there. Shotgun shooting speed. What do we want? Oh, that would be really cool. What have we got? We've got the combat shotgun, which is great. So I reckon military 4 is a really good option, because we're going to need more alien artifacts very, very shortly. Combat shotgun, done. Rightio. So right now, petroleum down here is an issue. I think the best way of going might actually be to disconnect this. Don't know there. This is why it's a problem. It's got one lone pump jack running it. At least that's how I read it. What have we got? Where are all these going? All these seem to be going over here. yeah, that. Okay, so this is where the majority of it is going. And you'll notice that we've only got normal oil processing at the moment going, not the advanced type. So that's an issue as well. Gee whiz, the more I look into it, the more little things are just not going exactly how you'd want them to. And those little things are adding up in quite a substantial way. Because I would have to drop, well, Nosuchuser is going to have to drop, let's put it that way, a lot of hours into this factory to get it to work, because there's just a few minor things that we'll have to change. Now, that's going to fix that. We're going to end up with a lot of plastic left over. Oh, okay. Perfect. So processing units by 1.2k. That is absolutely brilliant. And it's just waiting on sulfuric acid. So what's the problem then? I reckon this is supposed to be sulfuric acid, just quietly. Okay. Because we're going to need this processing unit factory going pretty bloody fast. Just quietly. Gee whiz, what to do here? What to do? I know, make the problem worse. That's what to do. Let's do that. Dearie. We'll make the priority for this thing just the red circuits, because that's going to run flat out. Oh, I wish we could build in like an overflow. That would be really handy. It's going to take up so much energy. Anyway, so that is our processing unit sorted. So now we can come back up to our little module factory up here and see if we could get it going. What's it waiting on? Advanced circuits, of course. Oh dear. Okay, all of this is waiting on advanced circuits, which is a big problem. So let's see if we can fix it. Let me just see if we've got something. Okay. Okay, it seems that we do have copper cable in our network, so that's good. We can request that in. Request in the green circuits as well. Or request in plastic, last of all. Okay. Now doing this kind of build here, it's quite easy to match and balance things, because you'll see things working and you go, okay, well, right now, oops, you know, I've got this much being tipped into the system, and it seems to be, you know, not being used perfectly. You know, we're producing too much, or we're producing too little, and when you see that, you can be like, okay, well, I need to add more of it. And you add more on, and see how it goes. I reckon plastic's going to be a pretty big issue for us moving forward. Military 4 is researching currently. That's all seems to be working, which is nice. So we definitely need more of these. So let's stamp down another 2 or 3. Done. So these are all programmed up just like that. We're going to rely on our oh, hang on. We got issues with our bots. Luckily. We're gonna need advanced circuits. That's not good. We've got 100 of them. Let's do it this way. Hopefully they bring me red circuits. Now, hovering over that, you can see that we've got available robots, and what it tells us, we've got 50 of them currently that are available to work. So now we've got 100. So it's good. That's really good. Good. Okay, that's all working nice now. Now if I turn off Alt, you can see that all these factories are now working. And they're our red ones. What we might do, just up this to say 10. Because this is being a pretty heavy restriction right now. Do the same thing here. Up it to 10. That'll work nice. What's our restriction here? We'll up this to 10. And up this to 10. Okay. Dunsky. Now, to be honest, we probably need more red circuit production. So let's stamp down another one. Getting repetitive yet? Actually, we probably would be an idea if we made some lamps. Stick by 100. Green circuit, plate, and sticks. Circuits by 20. 20. We don't want many of them. We do want plenty of lights. Okay. Because what I'll do now is I'll just amend my design. I'll throw in a lamp, right? I'll clear the blueprint by right clicking on it, and I'll recopy it. There we go, done. So now my design has a lamp in it, which will be really nice. That'll allow us to just basically not have to worry about light. Okay. So you can see my factory starting to develop. What we'll do is we'll just place another one over here. Basically link the two up. There we go. I like how the Nosuchuser left the trees there. That looks really nice. Okay. Go. Bot situation is looking okay. Don't want to do that. Okay. Notice that we've got 91 lights now. We'll drop that to 5 actually. All things being considered, they make pretty quickly. They get built pretty quickly. Now, something this will be handy for is making an automated railway road. Because you notice that you need iron sticks for the rail lines. So that serves a dual purpose. So if you can get it in the logistics system, then wonderful. You can just use robots and move it all around. Wow. You notice that red circuits are very, very heavy. Very, very heavy in this. So we need to add in more, basically. Just doing it until we break it. Just keep copying and pasting the settings. You'll notice that I'm expanding my factory very, very quickly right now, which is awesome because, you know, to do all this in the early game, you're talking, you know, half an hour to build all of this, and I've done it in kind of 5 minutes. Ah dear. So let's have a look. So we're doing about 60 of them a minute, making about 120. We're consuming heaps more of that than we're creating. What about plastic? Yeah, we're about borderline on plastic. So, if I was to continue playing this game, let's sort that question out. If I was to continue from here, what I would do is sort out my oil. That's very, very important. Oil is right now holding up our petroleum production, which is going to affect our plastic production. And everything is relying on plastic. So that's what I would do there. I think that that's pretty much the major thing at the moment that's holding everything up. Okay, there are some laser turrets in here. How nice. Notice that we've got all this room out here into which we can expand, which is very, very nice. We can build an entire logistics factory out here and push this wall up a little bit if we need to and get rid of the gun turrets. Not sure why. Oh, okay, I see. Oh dear. Cool solutions to problems. You see that we're starting to get a lot of light and movement up here, which is very nice. So you notice we've got 6 and 4. Now that's going to be nowhere near enough, because when the productivity 3 comes in, you'll notice that it needs 5 productivity alone just to make 1. You're going to need 50 of them, right, and 50 of these to make rocket defense. So a lot of resources. It takes a fair bit of time. You know, it's not something that you can be like, oh, I'm just going to put down this build and it'll build everything I need in 5 minutes. Doesn't happen. But this has probably got Nosuchuser on the right track. Thank you very much for joining me. If you'd like me to play another episode of this save, just make sure you comment below. And if you want to send me your factory, feel free. I'll put my email in the description so you can shoot it through to me. I've got another couple planned and coming up in the next couple of days, which will be a lot of fun. A couple of advanced factories and a couple more newer factories. So fun all round. I've been Negative Root, and I'll see you soon.